Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a couple, Garoppolo escaping the pressure right, and this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Don't get nervous.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gone. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. D Ford in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught. Nelson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here we go. 21.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
This is Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the 50, it's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On first down, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Breida. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Breida. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Scarlett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man is Henderson, that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Caught by Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21. Check it backer. Check. 21. Here we go.
They run again with Breida. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Here we go. Hey, defense, let's go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go. 180. Front stand, defense.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
$12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up third down.
Here we go. 20.
56. I got one.
Back to throw. Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field. Not really.
Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Niners 7, Rams 3.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? On 2nd and 9, Goff, he completes it to Nelson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Check 52. Check. Check hot.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Goff. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Goff. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This is Scarlett on the carry. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Goff now looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eli Harrell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Slam. Check 37. How you want?
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
180. 56.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Los Angeles, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.